Welcome to a very wet and flooded Chinon. So it's been pretty bad actually of late here in central France with the flooding, as you can see. So I've already done something this morning. I've done a night shot, kind of a night shot, pre-dawn light of the castle, which moody clouds behind it was a lot moodier than it was right now. And then I've also done a time lapse just because there's something I'm working on for a client. Not book project, something else. In any case, you can, as I said, you can see it's really bad here with the flooding. So what I'm going to be doing today is, I've already got what it is that I wanted this morning, and I'm going to go off and see if I can fly in some of the flooding, which I kind of have an idea of where a lot of it is. As I saw some last week, it might have gone down, it might not, I doubt it. But I was told earlier on, here was really bad a week ago. This whole area where I am now was covered in water. There's a campsite just there as well. So probably not the best time to be camping, although it is closed at the moment. But in any case, I'm going to get a couple more shots here because the sun is actually just going to be peeking up above the cloud, and I've never actually been here at first light to capture the castle. So I'm going to get on with what it is that I need to be doing, and then I'm going to take you around, of course, showing what I'll be doing for the rest of the day. Learning to have patience, learning to wait for the light, it's something that we should all be doing, and I'm doing right now. So since I left Chinon, I thought actually maybe today was going to be a bit of a wrecky day, but it's actually turning out to be quite a nice day because there's a lot of cloud that's coming and going, and therefore there's breaks in the cloud and then light that's side lighting the subjects that I've already pre-planned for today. You'll see behind me that there is this amazing, beautiful avenue of trees. I found this last week when I was doing my bad weather vlog, and as you can see, the sun is just about to come and side light this beautiful avenue of trees. On the front of my camera there's a 24-70, and what I've done is I've zoomed in 70mm, put the camera in portrait mode because we've got this huge avenue, this very, very tall avenue of trees, and so therefore what I want is to get the side light with all the shadows going across the road, and then the blue sky behind as well. And I have seen some other things today that I would really like to get, and I didn't know if I could get them or not. But what I'm going to do is kind of do a lot of what I wanted to do this morning, and then go and really get something that I wanted to this afternoon. And then this evening I'm hoping to be in Saumur, but we will see. But as you can see, the light's there, so I'm going to get my shot. I can't muck about. It's my job. I'm out doing some stuff, so you'll see the shot in a minute. You saw in the previous segment how I used that avenue of trees and the light that was coming across to give dimension to the image. That's what I'm after all the time. I've come to this place here, somewhere that I found last week when I was on my way back to the house, and I thought, you know what, let's bank that, let's see what it is exactly. And it turns out that it's not just a tower, which I could see out of the corner of my eye, but it's actually an abandoned church. And the sad thing is you can't go into the church, although the door is open. It's just completely overgrown inside, which is a shame. I think it could be made to look quite nice in there, but in any case, so what I thought I'd come back here and just see what I could do with it. And as you can see, you can see the sun is coming and going, so I'll show you on the back of the camera what it is that I've got. It looks beautiful at the moment, it really does. So let's give you an explanation of what it is I'm doing in this particular spot, in this graveyard. I'm not sure how well you'll actually see the back of the camera. I'm guessing where the light is, even if I do that, you may see something. But having this light coming across, this side light, gives you lines that are going down into the image towards the old bell tower there, the old abandoned church. And of course the graves are side lit there, so it looks beautiful at the moment. Now I've done an upright shot, a portrait orientation rather than landscape orientation. Would landscape work? No, possibly. I haven't tried it. I could just see it really in portrait rather than landscape, and from the corner of my image it's basically going the path down here and then up to the tower there. So And you can see, as I said, there's that light that's side lighting. So we've got dimension to the image. That's all what I'm after all the time. So with the shadow combined with the tower there and then the shadow on the tower, you can see that there's dimension in the image. That's what you should be looking for all the time. So this morning, for example, at Chinon, I had the sun illuminating the castle, but behind was dark grey clouds. But it looks great because there's dimension in the image. That's what I'm after all the time, as I said. So think about that when you are doing your images. You'll see how much difference it makes by adding in things like shadow and then waiting for the light ready to get the real nice side lighting on your images. Last week, just before I'd seen the abandoned church, which I showed you earlier on, is I'd seen a vineyard shot, and at the end of the vineyard is a church. There's a really nice focal point at the end of those vineyards. Now, the frustrating thing is I've had to actually come up, and I guess it might be even private land, on the edge of the vineyard, and what I've had to do is put my camera on top of the car to get it up above the vines, so you've got more definition looking down the vines. They're actually quite tall, these vines, so you do find that across France. You get vineyards where the vines are small, and these ones are actually kind of medium height, I would say. You can see from me the sun is coming and going. What's nice actually is behind the church is grey cloud, so it's looking quite nice actually. And I'm thinking, do I do a time lapse of it, or would the time lapse basically just be too wide? I think it might be too wide, which is a bit of a shame, but I've got a portrait shot because of the way the vines are. I'm not sure that landscape orientation would work on this or not, but I'll give it a go. I've got 100 to 400 in. It's on 100, so it's not even zoomed in, and it's just compressing things nicely, and the light is coming and going, and it's basically what I want. I found my next location. Actually, last week I came past where I am now, and I was hoping it was still going to be as it is. It's all flooded. There's lots of I think there's plane trees. It's a plantation. It looks amazing because there's just reflections, so you can get some really kind of nice abstract looking images. However, it's a little bit tricky because there's lots of scrub and sort of I don't know, nettles and all sorts of stuff that's down in front of the water, so you can't get to the water line, which is really annoying. I'm having to use a long lens to get in and do what it is I want to do, but it's not ideal. Although actually, as I speak, I've maybe found another composition, so I'll show you what it is that's in front of the camera, because I absolutely love it when it's like this. It just looks amazing, and in a way you kind of want flashish light, just because sometimes the side light can be a little bit of a distraction when you've got it. So I'll show you. There's the scene that's in front of the camera. As I said, that's the scrub all there, really annoying. Can't get in there, can't get down to the waterline, because you can see up there's some blue sky which would look really nice reflected in the water. At the moment I'm having to do something else, so I can't really show the back of the camera from where I am at the moment, but what can you do? Not a lot. It's very, very frustrating at times when you see stuff like this, because it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing, the scene at the moment. The sun's just about to actually give maybe a little bit of side lighting. I don't know what it will do to the scene, but there used to be one of these plantations near where I live, and that would flood, but unfortunately they've chopped it all down. Apparently they put all of these trees in an orderly row like this, so that when it comes time to chop them down, it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, there you go. So beautiful. I love it when it's like this. I know it's obviously sad for people that are living in this area with the flooding, but it looks amazing. So I'm really happy to get this. You can hear it is by the side of a main road, so it looks amazing. I'm going to carry on and get something else somewhere else. Not sure what yet, as I've pretty much done what I wanted to today, apart from at the end of the day. So let's get going. I've come away from Little Wild Valley and just to have a bit of a sort of drive around in some respects. There's a place that I've not been to for quite a long time, and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and I thought, is that the place I went to? And it is. It's an old abandoned church another one, and it's over the border, I guess, from what you would call the Loire Valley. And I was just doing something because I have to do a presentation of my work using a mobile phone. And I was using my phone up against the door, and I saw this pattern, and I thought, do you know what? That looks really awesome. It looks like a face in the door when you look at it in a particular angle, and then when you sort of crop it in a particular way, it looks like a distorted face. I just thought, I've got to do this with my real camera. So I'm just going to show you what it is that I've done, because I think it looks pretty kind of interesting, cool. Sometimes you just, instead of, when the weather's like it is, you can see behind me it's pretty grey, dim, the light's gone really, the decent light that was coming over. Sometimes you just try and find other things. So I found something which pleases me. After here I'm going to go and do a bit of a recce actually for somewhere that I want to do for my book. But I'll show you what it is I got on the back of my camera, and then you'll see what it is that I'm looking at. So you might be able to see on the back of my camera there, you can see there's a face. Well, it looks like a face. To me, there's like the eye, the mouth, and then there's another eye here, maybe a nose, almost like something. Actually, I remember having a DVD of The Evil Dead, and I think it was The Evil Dead 2 or something like that. It was a foam rubber kind of case, and it kind of looked like it is, like this is here. Basically, if I take off the live part that I've got there, if I just, actually my camera was, I've moved my camera because I put my my GoPro on my camera. So you can see there, it just looks really kind of eerie and just evil looking thing. And thankfully the lens that I've got, the 2470, is actually can focus up close enough to be able to get this. So as I said, there's that kind of evil looking face, but if I zoom out, you'll see that it disappears. So zoom in, and then there you go. It's that evil looking face. Beautiful old wooden door for an old Romanesque church that's here on the edge actually of the Loire Valley, I would say. It's probably about 20 minutes or so from the Loire Valley, but there you go. Beautiful looking thing, beautiful. And you don't need side lighting or anything like that in order to capture something like this. It's just looking closely, seeing what's there, cropping in, going in, zooming in, and you find all sorts of stuff when you start looking, and you really start looking. I've decided to end my vlog today just because the weather's not actually great, and what I was really hoping for at the end of the day was some really nice breaks in the cloud, and it looks as though there may have been, but not where I was, and certainly not for the subject which I want to do, which was the chateau at Saumur. And so I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to go back to the house and just recuperate, maybe put the vlog together ready so that you can see it on Friday. Now, as you can see, it says in French, route barrée, so basically the road is blocked, roadblock. Why? Because the Loire is just absolutely so high with water. Normally, down there, I can go for a viewpoint onto the chateau at Montserrat, but it's just completely flooded. And in actual fact, where the road is, you can hear behind me, there's cars going past, is the water level is there. Now the Loire is probably 500 metres maybe that way, 400 or 500 metres that way. That might tell you how bad the floods are at the moment. So I didn't actually get any drone shots today just because the weather wasn't really what I wanted to do for drone shots. I was too busy concentrating on other stuff. But you know what, I'm really, really happy with what I got this morning at Saumur. I got a couple of time lapse actually. I did one after the main segment that I filmed, and then another before I started filming. I've got that, and then a few other things as well. So it's been a good day. Yes, there's been some letdowns in some respect, but you know what? That's always going to be the case. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed what it is that you've seen. I have no idea where I'm going to go next and what it is that I can do. Just have to keep on my eye on the weather, plan. I've got some products to test as well from Spider. I must do that. It's just finding that time to get my head around what it is. But in any case, thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate it. All of you regulars as well that keep commenting. So see you again on the next one sometime somewhere in central France in the Loire Valley, probably. Take it easy, folks. Stay safe, all right? We'll see you soon.